Hey y'all! This might be one of the first writing videos I've ever done, so we're just gonna go right into it. I'm gonna share how I outline. Every writer outlines differently, and the way I outline might not work for you. There are tons of different methods. There's flashlight method, there's snowflake method. I use combination of the 15-beat structure and the sticky method. Y'all might be wondering, why the heck should I use an outline? There are exactly a million, thousand, trillion reasons why using an outline is beneficial. Of course, if it doesn't work for you, if you're more of a prancer, do your thing. You know, it doesn't hurt to try. So, I was going to make a video of the 15-beat structure, but then Shaylin Bishop already made a video all about it. I outline after I pull out a pretty hefty brainstorm. Step 1. To get your stickies. I call them stickies, some people call it posties, I don't know. I asked my friend to send me a story idea, but because he is a 15-year-old boy, it was very dirty, so I'm just gonna censor that a bit. So we're gonna replace the object with a rock. A rock becomes sentient, and after getting a young engineer to give him a small body, studies politics and runs for president. So I'm just gonna put down the main points on the my stickies. Boom! You can't see that at all. You know what? We're moving location. This lighting is sexy. Now that I have all of these points, kinda put them in order a bit. Now that I have them in order, I'm realizing that I have a ton of blank spaces, and those spaces are up for me to figure out. And I will go over this for a couple days, a couple weeks, sometimes months, because outlining takes a long time for me. And while you're doing this, you're gonna realize that writing is hard. Writing a book is hard. That is how it is. Let's add in a romantic subplot. So I think the rock should fall in love with Ted Cruz. Why not? I feel like we're missing a bit of rising action. To add to the tension, let's have the Zodiac Killer cheat on the rock. Actually, I take that back. Let's have the rock cheat on him. Let's have some internal conflict. I'm just gonna rearrange this in order. Now that we have our main points, we can separate them into chapters. Are you starting to see how this works? I hope you are. So now everything's in order. Your outline is finished. That's what you think. I use the 15-beat structure to ensure that I haven't forgotten anything. Like sometimes, for example, I went through my first draft without realizing that I didn't have enough words for the climax. That's not good! So, do yourself a favor and make sure that you have enough content for each. Now that you have your outline finished, half of it has fallen already, you are gonna type that into a document and then double check that you have every single element to a typical story, assuming that's what you're gonna do. You know, you have to make sure that you have your opening image and that your transition to the first act to the second act is at least clear to you. Another thing with words, if one scene has, example, you're estimating that this scene is going to be a lot of detail and you think you're going to spend about 7,000 words on a scene. You don't need that many words in a scene. Split it in half, set the two conversations in different setting. There, now you have two different chapters. And then after I'm all done with that, I pretty much just go through it again and again and again, looking back to the 15-beat structure, going back to my wall of stickies. It's gonna take a while. My outlines at a minimum last about 30 pages. Is a lot for a lot of writers. You do you. This is how I outline, and I hope that it helped you finding out your own personal outlining journey. That's how I outline, and hopefully it was useful to you. If it wasn't, I don't really care. Hopefully I'll be uploading next week on Thursday. We'll see how it goes. Subscribe down below, ring that bell. All of my social media links are in the description. I'm on Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, Facebook, and check out my website because that's where I run my blog. Thanks y'all for watching. Bye!